F1 League is back for round 3 in Canada. Sorry the stream is starting a bit late, and if you're in the first one, sorry that it lagged out. Hopefully it won't lag out this time, but I can make no promises. Alongside me I have my new co-commentator.
Morning, y'all.
And we are almost 8 minutes into qualifying today.
And Salin has set the best lap, the driver's standing leader. He's leading with a solid 25 points above everyone. So,
which there is actually a mistake on there. It should be 24 points. He got fastest lap when he shouldn't have, which is on me. Let me quickly just go check.
But still, he still has a quite big of a lead in the championship.
Indeed, he does.
And Lucas, the league creator, is in P2, but maybe we'll see a change. Maybe not.
I'm gonna once again copy and paste the link. So, how many people haven't set a lap yet? There are 4 drivers who haven't set a lap. They are Dacris, Jobbing, Dammers, and Owen. From what I can see there, Dammers is probably the quickest of those 4 drivers that hasn't set a lap. As Ghost and Forever Sin, thank you for Forever Sin for saying this, are equal on timing for 6th place currently. Ghost must have set the lap time earliest.
Oh. Whoa. I've never seen that before.
I've seen it in real life F1. I've seen it a few times in the game before.
I've seen
but
it in real life it was like 2003, way earlier, 1950,
1997. 1997 championship finale, 3 drivers.
They all had the same time.
Yeah. R6 follower, Salin X is on fire. Sorry for the alarm, man.
And that is your phone you have to turn off.
That is my phone telling me that the race is starting, because it's got a different time in there. So far, Salin coming across the line now and goes for a 108.680. That is a quick lap there from Salin.
You know what I just realised? It's like kind of the top 4. It's kind of an accurate representation of the driver standings now.
If we get the driving standings up for me.
Salin's in P1 and Lucas is in P2 in the driver standings. Modu is in P3 and Cordzilla in P4.
Indeed, they are. 4 drivers are yet to 5 drivers, sorry, are yet to score.
But Dam isn't Owen on that lap, so.
Weird to see that there's only 14 drivers out of the 20 that usually race in the lobby currently. Neither Mercedes has made it. Williams is missing. But good to see that we have all the top guys in. So we still have a championship on our hands. Oh, Dacris.
Rigged penalties, Dacris with
Dammers. And he's at the pit entry. I don't know, he's got no wing at the pit entrance. Where's Dammers? Dammers is just flying on the circuit. What happened there? So Dacris or Dammers, if you either of you are in the chat, please let us know.
Oh yeah, he got no front wing.
Yeah. Please tell us what happened there. Because that's a very strange incident. It's Salinx. It's not Salin X, it's Salinx. You're better at saying names. Salin X is actually, that X is part of the name. How would you say that? Salinx, okay. So Salinx is currently P1. And he is, what is the gap to P2 currently?
That is
over 6 tenths. It's over 6 tenths. As the entire field currently covered by under. So yeah, Salinx. Okay, yeah. If there is any other names we're getting wrong, please tell us, because this is only my 2nd time commentating this league, because I was ill and missed last time. So I don't know all you guys' names yet. Yeah, we've got 7 viewers currently. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying it so far. As that is a notification, sorry about that everyone, the big black box in the corner of the screen. So, Mini Mad Brian Don't recognise that name. Who is that? A driver who's changed their PSN?
I don't know.
Cause it.
Maybe
Oh
it's
no,
just-
that's a different driver.
That's Damas who just completely cut the corner, mate.
Oh, he's gone fourth though.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I need to get that. Where's? Oh, it's because I've restarted the track map's gone. Sorry about that, everyone.
Wait, is Damas on a new lap?
I think it's an in lap. Because he's gone fourth and he wasn't there a while ago. Yeah, he's in non-ERS. He's on an in lap, and it doesn't say out lap, so I assume it is an in lap. Yeah, Mini Mad Brian is a new driver who has replaced Thomas, who was in the championship. Lucas, if you are in the chat, please let me know for the standings. Oh, that is one of the Ferraris cutting straight across the front. Is that?
No, that was.
Is that Lucas coming out?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so you won't be able to answer my message now. But yeah, Lucas, if you are listening, next time you have a chance, maybe let me know. Do you want Thomas to stay in the standings, or do you want me to put him in a separate chart, but still count his points towards Alfa Romeo? Obviously, no matter what, his points will count towards Alfa Romeo, but do you want him on the main standings and there be 21 drivers? It's up to you, whatever you want. As yellow flag sector 1 as a Renault. Is that Owen? It is Owen going slowly. Has he got wing damage? This terrible point of view. Doesn't really show. I'm guessing I think he let cars through on the exit of turn 2. So yeah, he's letting cars through. Is that jobbing in front? Yeah, he has got jobbing through. As that is H-Man, and I'm going to call them H-Man because I think their name is actually Hayden. Call you H-Man, I would call you Hayden, but I think you're that guy. But just to keep it simplicity for the viewers.
I think it's strange that Dakris and Owen both don't have a lap time yet.
I'm guessing they've invalidated their lap times, which is fairly easy to do around here.
Yeah, like the final chicane and basically all the chicanes.
Yeah, it is a lap of corner cutting. It's like, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it is a lap where to go quickly you have to push the limits to the maximum. Yeah. It's not like some... Oh, is that his Ghost fired up, who has retired on circuit. And Herman has hit him. H-Man has hit him. Ooh. That there is going to be questionable. And although technically Ghost has done nothing wrong by retiring on track, I think if Lucas is listening, Lucas is Soft Tyres F1 if anyone was wondering, we will have to talk about maybe telling people they can't retire just by pressing the button on circuit. Go into the pit lane and do it, but maybe don't do it on circuit because things like that is going to happen. Because H-Man, that has ruined his lap now.
He could have had a nice lap because he was on for a good one.
And you can't really penalise Ghost for that. Oh.
Yeah, but still,
Hayden turned in on me, broke suspension. So Hayden actually, so it wasn't a retirement on. He didn't just choose to retire on circuit. That was Hayden turning in on Ghost. That is very shocking for a qualifying session. I was surprised to see that sort of stuff. Oh, is that his Godzilla who has is that Godzilla crashing on circuit? That is up at the back of the track. Godzilla, if you're on the chat, please let us know. Doesn't look like a place you'd crash the car, but it doesn't look like. As Kyle has joined a bit late there, one of the Mercedes drivers there. This will be the next car to come through that area of the track, so hopefully the car won't have disappeared by then. Massive gap of track, and he has gone. So please, Godzilla, please tell us what happened there, because that isn't sort of a place. Is that Owen going slowly? Owen has spun the car, and could this be Owen as he's spinning back onto the racing line?
Ooh,
that could have been risky.
Yes.
That was very risky. So we now have 11 viewers and 13 comments. Thank you everyone for tuning in. As that is McLaren going slowly, is that jobbing? Yeah, and letting cars through.
Owen is losing it again. Maybe he has some.
I think if he's spun, he's got. Oh yeah, he's got some wing damage actually. Both sides. He's missing both end blades.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's quite talented to lose both.
I'm pretty sure that's jobbing.
Yeah, I think he's just letting everyone through. Is that jobbing? Yeah, it's jobbing, just letting everyone through.
Yeah, it was jobbing.
As there's a pile-up, not a pile-up, but everyone backing up, try and get a good slipstream, I'm guessing. At the chicane there, Dakris trying to let everyone through. And I think he was on a flying lap. What is he doing here as his teammate comes past him with wing damage? That's Steele with wing damage there. Canada is another circuit where another one of the things about it is it's fairly easy to get wing damage around here on your lap because of how tight it is. It is a street circuit. At the base
Do
of
you
it
reckon
is a
Owen
street
will get
circuit.
another lap in?
If he
No,
boxes,
he's going back in the pit. Yeah,
that timing might be wrong though. Timing
I'm pretty
usually
sure
is
it's gonna
wrong
start
for
off from the back.
spectators. How much time do you see left in the top left?
40 seconds.
So do I, but that could be wrong.
Well, I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
I think he just hasn't put in a time or just invalidated everything.
Yeah. As Owen has retired. It's sad to see that he's had to retire, but hopefully he can fight back in the race. With just 14 drivers in, he's got a good shout at getting his second point of the season. As Dakris starting his lap now. He's invalidated it, and he's spun into the barriers. Dakris, yeah. And he will not improve on his lap time. I ask any drivers that are watching, when you finish, if you're on an in-lap, instead of boxing at the end of the session, if the checkered flag is out, please just cross the line, because it doesn't affect you and it makes the session go much quicker, because you don't have to watch you come slowly into the pit lane. And Dakris, thanks for going incredibly slowly down the straight.
It's nice little swerving, maybe. Did Monkey improve his lap time?
I don't know. I mean, he's down in ninth.
I'm pretty sure he was. Let me know if it's true, but I'm pretty sure he was 11th or something.
Okay, got a small issue on the YouTube front. So that is the current thing. It's relatively easy to rotate if you've got a. Okay, so we do have an issue with the old live stream. I'll see what I can do.
I think Monkey is out for a new lap, and he's going pretty fast, so... Never mind, you just ruined it. Oh, he's going for an in-lap.
Okay, got rid of the old live stream. I'll put that link in. So, we do now have our final grid for the session, which we will go through in a second. As we now go through the grid very quickly. Salinx on pole. As we actually, let's quickly look at the grid place penalties. Monkey, Hayden, and was that Dakris who also had a penalty. The only driver not to set a lap time was Owen. So that's a shame to see that. And those that set a lap are covered by 4.5 seconds, which is quite a big margin, but the top 10 are covered by 1.7 seconds, which is much smaller. And top 3 all within a second. That's what you.
I'm pretty sure you just ripped out your mic, buddy.
Yes, I did. Yeah, so top 3 very close. What we like to see. The gist of what I was saying. As we now get ready for the grid. As you can just see them in the bottom right.
Is there going to be a formation lap?
I don't know. We'll see. As they're readying up, which is a good sign. If there is no formation lap, then we won't have another chance to go through the grid. Smile, it's Kyle will be starting last. Now, from history of knowing Kyle, I know that he, in other leagues, has won not many races, but the races he has won, he's won from the back. So I think, wild prediction, Kyle's going to be on the podium. As we go to the grid now.
Prediction. And
these lights are wrong because it's still saying waiting for players in the top left. And they weren't wrong, it's right. That says lights out and away we go. And Salinx gets off to a decent start, stays ahead of Modu. In the background, will there be any carnage? As that is an Alfa Romeo. That is Mini Mad Brian.
Carnage as he was up the track, but...
So, Salinx maintains the lead. Modu in second as they go through into the chicane here. That is Ghost, who is off track slightly. Jobbing,
Kyle
struggling
has
for
already made
traction.
4 positions, so I think your prediction is true.
Yep, Kyle off into 11th place already, and he's on the back of Dacris. Is that his mini-map? Is that Brian? I'm just going to call him Brian. Is that Brian looking at the move on Hayden? I'm going to call you Hayden as well, just it's easier.
And Lucas has just got, oh, that Forever Sin just pushed off Lucas off the track, but he's able to maintain
and it's a massive pack now going into the hairpin. This could be a mayhem into the hairpin. There's 5 cars all going. The Haas up the inside. It's Godzilla. He's up the inside. Will he pull it? Oh, that's Ghost. There's a massive crash. That's Ghost sideways. A pile up at the hairpin. Kyle's in it. There's so many cars. That's Brian off.
Car.
There isn't safety car on. There is not safety car on. Look at the carnage heading towards the chicane now. Godzilla's leading the pack towards the chicane. Look at these cars. As that is Steel going to the inside. Will there be contact? Yes. Steel's in the Wall of Champions. Will anyone follow him in there?
3-second
no one does.
Penalty.
As Steel is going into the pit lane, it looks like, across the track, as Dammers is the last of the cars that survived that hairpin drama. As Godzilla has somehow...
and Moju are just sailing away.
How has Godzilla pulled off that move in the hairpin? I mean, he caused absolute carnage. That'll definitely be have to put under review. Because it was an overly aggressive move. It was technically alone, it was illegal, but it was the carnage it caused that was questionable. We'd have to look at what caused the behind.
The move itself was legal, but like, no.
It's whether it was
driving.
Yeah, it's whether that move alone caused the carnage behind, or whether something else happened in the battling that caused the carnage. Because if he just backed up the pack a bit and that was what caused the carnage, I wouldn't say that's his fault. Sort of that's just, drivers have to be more careful. As Owen is currently in last place, I think he must have pitted at the end of lap 1.
And that's Owen going into the wall.
Oh no, and he's out of the race.
No, front wing. Yes,
that is not what you want to see. Yeah, I was shocked there wasn't any other retirements in that massive crash. So, at the end of lap 2, Salinx leads the race. Modu second. Dammers in third. Godzilla getting a bit of a gap now, up in 4th place. Jobbing in 5th. Brian in 6th. Forever Sin in 7th. Kyle. Oh, Kyle sideways. Contact between Kyle, Hayden and Lucas there. Kyle has lost out to Lucas. Didn't see the whole of that, but it looked to me like Hayden maybe pushed Kyle a bit. As Kyle does have some minor wing damage. Will he change his front wing in the pit stop? That is the question. If I were him, I would.
It's not that bad, but he can live with it. But
his ultimate pace, I reckon he could do more. If you know what I mean, it's sort of like I feel like he could gain the time he loses for changing his front wing and more from pitting and changing his front wing.
I think he should just keep his current strategy. Lap 7 or something, pitting lap 7, 8.
Don't pit early, but maybe change his front wing when he does pit. As now we have Brian in the slipstream of Jobbing for 5th place. Will he go for the move towards the final chicane? He's on the inside.
Yes.
Will Jobbing fight back? All over those curbs. Oh, there's contact!
Whoa.
What was that from Jobbing? Slightly, I'd say very aggressive there from Jobbing, coming back across that, cutting the second part of the chicane slightly. He will definitely get a warning. As that is
like ping pong.
Is that a Ferrari? Yes, that's Ghost who's gone into the Wall of Champions. Ghost missed what's caused that. Has he had contact with another car? As he's missing half his wing.
From wing damage.
As the battling continues, that's Kyle and Lucas and Forever Sin battling it out in the middle sector now. Kyle and Lucas, both quick drivers trying to charge their way back through the field. Towards the chicane now. Lucas looks to the inside, he's going to go for it. Up the inside, amazing move.
Beautiful move.
Perfect. Didn't cut the corner, didn't push him off.
How did he keep off
But they're fighting back.
Track?
He's fighting back, he's on the outside. And through the hairpin they go. Lucas maintains the position, but down the straight with DRS, who has it? Who will have the DRS? As they come down now, and Forever Sin has it. Kyle has it as well. As they head now towards the final chicane. Lucas on the inside, that could be risky. That's the Wall of Champions side. As there's locking up, they keep it, and they've managed to survive through that. As Kyle does pit on lap 5, he can take mediums. Well, I think he was on the medium, so I think he's going to plan on taking. I
think they're both for the medium. I think soft medium.
He's going on to softs now. So I reckon he thinks he can take softs till the end. And it's 25% race, I wouldn't put it past him. I think he knows he needs to do a massive undercut now. And just get everyone in the pit stop phase. It'll hurt him later in the race, but I think in the end, he can't get caught up in battles like that. The Frevison and Lucas, if that had ended badly, that could have took Kyle out. And right now, he needs to get his head down, get a bit of free space, and just focus. Whilst his other rivals are fighting it out with the slower drivers, he needs to just
Wait, wasn't
just get
Kyle
some clean air.
behind Lucas and
Yeah, he was right behind their
Frevison?
battle.
What happened? He's P12 now.
Yeah, he's pitted onto the soft tyres.
Um,
He's going to take those tyres until the end of the race. As
well,
that is the
Russ's
Red Bull
strategy.
of mode. Yeah, it's the 25% race system. It's tyre wear's very not enough at all. As Modu is in the pit lane, so is Jobbing. Where will Modu come out? Is he going to drop behind Lucas? There's going to be, and he's not going to drop behind because Lucas still has to take turn 1. So Modu, despite pitting, still up in 5th. Lucas in the championship. This is really going to hurt him here. Not only has he dropped down the order, he's now a pit stop behind the leaders. And that, he's not going to be able to pull back that enough. Surely not. Maybe he might be able to get onto the podium. But if he's fighting for the podium, I think Kyle could be a threat to that. As long as Kyle doesn't get caught up in battles. Sorry for the black box in the top left hand corner again, everyone. As Hayden is catching up to Forever Sin. He is on the back of him now.
I think you should keep your attention on Haman and Forever Sin.
I am right now.
I think Haman is about to make an overtake on the main straight.
As yellow
maybe
flag,
through the
sectors 2
chicane
and sectors 1 and 2. I don't know what that was. As is he too
I
far
think
back?
just someone spun out.
I would say Hayden's too far back here. Forever Sin, I think he's got a bit too much. Oh, that's 2 cars in the pit lane. And as they're going into the pits, oh, he's gonna hit him. He's hit him into the pit lane, and he's given him a speeding penalty because he's hit him.
Penalty.
Surely that's not a fair penalty for Forever Sin. He's been hit into the pits, which has caused him to speed. As I'm to go on board with Kyle here, where is he going to come out? As he's currently down in 11th, where will he come out compared to Lucas? Lucas is going to come out ahead. It looks like Kyle has got stuck in this traffic. It's hurt him. As he gets a penalty for cutting in the corner. That's even worse. Down in 8th place, currently Kyle. I think he can still salvage something, but his gamble, I don't think it's paid off. The traffic.
I think he needs to be really aggressive now if he wants to make anything of this race, but...
And he is. Surely he's not. He goes for the inside move.
Oh!
And Monkey's gone wide. And
just beautiful.
That is a nice move. We are seeing some great overtakes.
Really nice overtakes in my life, but that one.
That was a nice one. Canada. When we said this track's one that you can really easily overtake on, we meant into the chicane. We meant into turn 1. We did not mean into those chicanes in the middle of the sector.
Yeah, exactly.
They are not your usual overtaking points. As Salinx is now in the pits.
It was like
Dampman's
beautiful how he was able to maintain the speed.
Will he be able to take the... He's not. Modu has taken the lead of the race. The net lead has gone to Modu. We now have a battle on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've wanted. Salinx in the slipstream of Modu. How quick will he get past? And how quickly can he get past? He is under 2 tenths away. Gap gains a bit through the corners. DRS open here. Could he maybe dive it up the inside here? Lucas did it earlier in the race. Too far back.
Is he going to make a daredevil move?
Too far off the lap. But, although it's the best opportunity, it's a risky opportunity. Because the chances for contact, there's going to be contact. The question is, will the contact be hard enough for one of the drivers to spin into the Wall of Champions?
Guys, slipstream, and he
goes to the outside.
Is he going to overtake him?
He does.
Beautiful.
Slightly turns across him there. But I think he was ahead, so I think it was all above board. And in the end, that was a very nice overtake from Salinx to retake the net lead.
Sector 3.
As we look further down the order, a battle for 10th place between Hayden and Forever Sin. Forever Sin is in the slipstream, opening DRS now. Is he close enough? He needs to stay in that slipstream if he wants any chance at it. Maybe he'll go for the move into turn 1.
Modu has a 3-second time penalty.
There goes away any chance at the leaders. Forever Sin. Will he go to the inside? No, he doesn't. He's hit him! He's locked his brakes and he's hit him. Was there much contact there? Or was there contact at all, to be fair? Because that was... He locked the brakes. I'm fairly sure I saw him... Maybe it was just the brakes locking that caused him to look like he'd hit him. But there's no nose damage, which could suggest there wasn't any contact.
And there's another time penalty for Godzilla. Also time penalties for the race leaders.
As there's a change for the lead. Sorry, Salinx has gone straight over the chicane.
Oh,
What happened there? As he does set the fastest lap, I'm fairly sure Salinx just went straight over. Maybe that was lag that made me see that, but as Dammers does pit now, Dammers will be aiming for that podium. Will he be able to maintain it? If he does get a podium in this race...
Ghost has a 3 second time penalty.
It's going to be close. He's not going to maintain the podium. He's going to drop off.
And
Brian
Monkey
is going to get
has
it.
a 3 second time penalty. Yeah, a lot of penalties these days.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and
Canada.
That's, the Toro Rosso has spun.
Oh.
Steel has spun.
He's down in last place. And he's back facing the right way now. As Dammers is on the back of Godzilla and Brian, is Dammers the quicker driver? He's got fresher tyres for
Saling
certain.
is approaching the back marker of Steel.
As this is our as there's the yellow flag set, that's Steel.
Steel is just making donuts.
And he was retired from the race. That is a voluntary retirement. As Dammers is on the back of Godzilla. Godzilla on the grass. Oh! I thought he was going into the back of him then. Bit of a lock-up under braking from both Godzilla and Dammers. I thought Dammers was into the back of Godzilla then. I think Godzilla getting a bit on the grass may have just saved Dammers from hitting the back. As Dammers...
And Godzilla's on down to Dammers. Dammers making the move. Beautiful.
Will it be? No, it isn't.
Whoa. That was a late braking, but nice.
Good defensive work there by Godzilla. Dammers back on the outside. Can he take it all the way outside? No, he can't.
He was too slow.
Godzilla really not letting him through at the moment. Very good defensive work. As under 2 temps, I imagine that's going to that gap is going to grow a lot in this middle sector. As they enter it now. Do you think Dammers is quick enough to get back on the podium?
Maybe. I don't think so. If he pushes really hard, but there's a 13-second time gap between Mini.
No, but Brian's only 2 seconds ahead, and he's the one that's on the podium. Dammers is quick enough for 4th. He's quick enough for 4th.
That's true.
Is he quick enough to get 3rd, though?
But we've seen Godzilla's just shifty driving today. He caused a nice little incident with
just as up the inside goes Dammers.
Beautiful, and
he has forced him wide, but that's the final chicane for you, in my opinion. That's the sort of move you have to go for.
That's Smiley. Kyle has another.
Kyle.
Time penalty. Kyle, yeah.
It's Dan. He's dropping back from Lucas at the moment. Be happy with some solid points. As Jobbing gets past Monkey into turn 1. Jobbing could be wanting to catch Kyle. Will he be able to, though?
Only time will tell.
As Forever Sin is on the back of Hayden. Very, very close through these chicanes.
Wait, they're still battling? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is going to be a race-long battle. And Forever Sin gets a penalty.
Forever Sin got a penalty. Oh, that sucks.
He does already have that 5 seconds speeding in the pits. But I mean, if I was the admin here, I would get that removed, because you can't actually remove it because it's an unranked. But just when we do the results, take the 5 seconds off him, take away the 5 second time penalty so that he maintains the position if he did deserve it on penalties.
Exactly, because he just got completely rammed by someone.
Yeah. Will he be... And maybe even transfer the penalty over to Hayden, because... I mean, he was completely hit, as that is Monkey into the pit lane.
Why?
I imagine he hasn't pitted yet. Or maybe he pitted very early and his tyres can't last much longer. As Forever Sin going to the inside line. He has the inside line, late on the brakes. Wheel to wheel.
What? He's got a new front wing, but there was rarely any damage.
Forever Sin is on the outside in sector 1. They're wheel to wheel. Going into the chicane. Gets the position done. Oh, that was...
I've never seen I've never seen overtakes there. With this race, I've seen 3.
Yeah, these drivers, they may not be the cleanest, and they may be getting a lot of penalties, but boy, they can overtake.
The limit.
As he's gone straight on. Forever Sin, did he hit the wall there? I heard a crunch.
I don't think so, but
doesn't look like any wing damage, but he's got him all over. He's got Hayden all over the back of him. Hayden up the inside of the hairpin. He's taking the place back.
Godzilla and Ghost both have a 3-second time penalty.
Ooh, that could come back in the late stages of the race. As Hayden has DRS and he's ahead, that's because of where the detection zone is. It's going into the hairpin, and at that point, Hayden was behind. And there's no second detection point, so Forever Sin will not get the DRS down this straight. Hayden will again.
I think Damas got a 3-second time penalty. That sucks.
That's going to hurt him.
P4. Well, he's still 4 seconds in front of Godzilla.
No, he's 1 second, less than a second. It's the number behind.
Yeah, oh yeah, right. Sorry, my bad. I don't know the second. Oh, never mind.
That's 'cause first place doesn't have a gap. That's how I know it. As Monkey with a penalty.
It's third of this race, I think.
As Monkey is retired from the session.
That
looks like a voluntary retirement in Sector 1.
I heard your phone turn off.
As Dacris now up into 12th place. I think he is one of the few drivers who have done... I'm going to put telemetry on so that I can see that.
I'm pretty sure Dacris is on a controller because he's steering very choppy.
So everyone currently in the race only on 1 stop, so... let's look at position change for a little bit. Sorry for the thing in the corner. As currently the driver with the most positions gained is Kyle. As Salinx leads the race. Modu in second. Brian is up in third in his debut race. Damas in fourth, but he's got Godzilla all over the back of him in fifth. Lucas is running in sixth, not what you expect for a title contender. Kyle in seventh. It was a great drive until he got damage. And in eighth is Jobbing. Another solid drive, but he's got some minor wing damage to the left end plate. Hayden in ninth, with Forever Sin all over the back of him in 10th. Ghost and Dacris, both outside of the points. Ghost is a surprise. But to be fair, Ghost was completely sideways, coming out like completely perpendicular to the track.
And Damage has made a move on Godzilla.
Are they fighting wheel to wheel again?
Yes, again. And they're going through final trade now.
As Godzilla fighting back.
Making a move on Damas.
It's around the outside.
And he gets semi-pushed off the track.
But it's all nice, it's fairly clean there. Damas is on the limit of his ERS at the moment.
Godzilla has the DRS.
As they are wheel to wheel into turn 1, Godzilla takes the place.
Up his front left.
Oh, he's going around the outside. No, he can't. I believe they both have the same amount of wing damage, both missing their right hand side end plates.
Dacris and I didn't see who, but again 3-second time penalties handed out to the drivers.
As Forever Sin is going for the move into turn 1. Onto Herman, onto Hayden. Hayden is off on the grass. Has he maintained the place? They're wheel to wheel heading into the chain. We're going to go on board here with Forever Sin. Can he hold it off? No. Hayden maintains the place and Forever Sin cuts the corner. Cuts the corner and gets a penalty for it.
It's his second time penalty with a race.
As Damas into the hairpin. So close to a lock-up. Godzilla does lock his brakes slightly. Damas, I think he's burning a bit too much fuel. ERS, again, still a bit worse on Damas. Damas is pushing harder than Godzilla at this stage. Is he going to go for the move? Backs out of it. Will he go for the turn 1 move, which in my opinion is the smarter move?
I think turn 1 or... Yeah, turn 1 or the final straight.
He's going for it.
Or the final chicane.
Up the inside goes Damas. On Godzilla, he leaves room for Godzilla. Wheel to wheel. Not a great exit there for Godzilla. That's almost more contact. Damas retakes 4th place in this race.
Beautiful.
Oh, Godzilla locking up and going straight on there at the chicane. Damas, another penalty.
Oh, that sucks.
Let's look at penalties. So, Salinx, does he have any penalties? No. Modu has 1 penalty. Brian has 2 penalties. Dammers has 4 penalties, which will put 12 seconds worth, that is. Godzilla has 4 penalties as well. So, this battle for 4th, it is an even one. These drivers are both on the same level.
Penalties, then?
Both same penalties, both got 12 seconds. Lucas could get these positions, to be fair. If he hasn't, let's see, has Lucas got any penalties? If you're wondering how to get the penalties, go to race, press options, race direct, and then click on a driver.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Lucas currently has no penalties.
Oh boy.
Kyle has 4. Lucas is currently on for 4th place. What?
I think that's a great recovery.
Yeah. So, I mean, I said it was a bad race as Kyle gets his 5th penalty.
Again.
That's his 5th penalty of the race for Kyle, I'm fairly sure.
But
As
Kyle
gap to
still
leader.
made something beautiful off the race.
As only 1 car is a lap down currently. So the field isn't too. I mean, it's an 8 as we are on the final lap of the race.
There's a final lap, so I think Salinks has won again.
I'm the follow him now. As I will head over to the tyres. I'll go over to position change so we can see. As Salinks heads into the final chicane.
Oh, never mind.
Final chicane now, Salinks. To win the Canadian Grand Prix and to win the 3rd race in a row and get fastest lap. Modu getting 2nd. It's a solid podium finish. That'll help him in his battle against Lucas. Brian on debut gets onto the podium, gets that 3rd place.
Debut race, and that's Godzilla getting a time penalty.
As that's gonna give Dammers 4th. As there's over the line, they're so close. So close over the line. Dammers does get 4th place, but he doesn't.
P4.
Lucas gets P4. Dammers 5th. Godzilla 6th. Well, Kyle, with all his penalties, will he even get a point here today? Kyle, he'll cross the line in 7th. Oh, Jobbing! Jobbing's lost it! He's here! Hayden! Across the line! Freverson in 9th. Jobbing's dropped down to 10th. Jobbing's 9th after Freverson. Freverson had penalties. Kyle manages to get 8th. Jobbing.
That's Ghost going over the line.
As Ghost weaves his way across the line, celebrating that 11th place. Not a great day for Ferrari. Not a great day for Ferrari. Well, that was a crazy race. A fun race. I loved it. Carnage from start to finish, overtaking. Domination for Salinks.
On the track.
On the podium, on the podium. Very good. The Canadian and what's the nationality of?
The Welsh.
Welsh and Canadian. As the Brit, which is Modu.
Just full English language podium.
Yeah. Well, technically Welsh people have the Welsh language, and technically Canadians they do have the language. They also speak French as one of their languages.
Well, rarely, but
all 3 of those countries have English as one of their languages. So yes. As we look at the final results, so many penalties.
Salinks was about one of the only ones that didn't have a time penalty.
And Lucas, I think, was the other.
Congratulations to them.
Final order. Salinks wins. Modi 2nd. Brian 3rd. Then it's Lucas, Dammers, Godzilla, Hayden, Kyle, Jobbing, Freverson, Ghost, Dacris, Monkey, Steel, and Owen rounds up the grid. Well, that was a fun race. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, of course I enjoyed it. I've seen some beautiful overtakes. Some bit of carnage. Not too much. That's good.
Who would you give your driver of the day to?
I think either. That's a good one.
My suggestion would be either Lucas or Kyle. I would lean towards Lucas though because of his recovery drive. Yes, Kyle gained the most positions, but Kyle he got caught up in some drama. And in the end, 8th place. You can't 8th place isn't a fantastic finish.
Yes, so it's got to be Lucas.
Yeah. So Lucas, you get driver of the day. Congratulations. And that rounds up today's stream. The Canadian Grand Prix round 3 of the Soft Tyres F1 League. I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did. And until next week, goodbye.